Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. Now, as we jump into this chart, I do want you guys to be aware that after this chart, I have two ticker symbols to share with you guys, and one that you want to add to your watch list. I'm going to talk about a ticker symbol I briefed on this morning that ran up 30%. And right after talking about those ticker symbols, I have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss. You definitely want to add it to your watch list. Just like towards the end of this video, Pltr was at one point one of those stocks to add to your watch list, and I've been talking about this one for a while. It's ran up twice already since the two times I've briefed on it and made everyone aware. So we're going to do a chart analysis here, but I also want to share with you guys since when we've been watching it over at the Patreon. Since February 20th, when I basically said that Pltr showed strength. Now we need to watch carefully for a slight pullback or consolidation. So that was back here when it ran up on the 18th, the 19th, that was the weekend, the 22nd, we got that pullback, and then we got a pullback again. And then when I saw that consolidation here on the 25th leading up to March, right, those last days of February, I saw some weakness and I talked about it again. Let's try to catch this one closer to $20. It certainly fell down to $20, jumped back up around 21, then it started to run to 27, a nice 20% gain right there. Started to pull back. I started talking about again here on YouTube, over on the Patreon. We want to catch this one closer to $20, and if it's below $20, it's even better. And since that point forward, we've seen Pltr going upwards, and now we are 20% up again, right? So if you want to get live updates on what ticker symbols I'm watching, and you want to get live updates on what ticker symbols I'm talking about every single day, because weekly watch lists, I get it on the Patreon for you guys, and the ones I'm seeing every single day in the morning that are a little bit more speculative, that tend to go up a few percentages, anywhere from 5 to 15%, and then best case scenario 15 to 30% in the day. You can join our Discord. The links are down below, but we've been talking about this one for a while. If this was to ever go below $20, it's going to look very interesting. But Pltr right now is taking off, right? Taking off from way down here at $20, ran up to 24, pulled back down to 22, ran to 24, dipped so hard, right? Again, these dip buying opportunities are ridiculous. And now running up to a high of 25.41, right? So let's go ahead and look at this one a little bit zoomed in here to get a nicer look. So the 50-day moving average is important, 23.91. Anything above it is bullish. Anything below it is bearish. Now, our first support after that is right here at 23.71. You want to watch that carefully. 21 cents, actually 20 cents, excuse me, to be exact, away from the 50-day moving average. And that lets us know that this is pulled down pretty drastically. But I do have a midway point for you guys to watch, and that would be right here at 24.65. If that gets broken through, you want to watch how this reacts between that point and the $23 range, right? To see how it's doing and if the bulls are trying to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, for the bulls to continue the momentum, either they need to consolidate and then start picking up, or directly go straight to this resistance level of 25.65, the high of the day, turn it into a support, pull upwards to pull further away from the 50-day moving average, and reach newer highs and new resistance levels. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell to not miss a single video that I post, share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel, and I appreciate it. Let's jump right into these ticker symbols. So the ticker symbol I want you guys to add to your watch list has been beaten down, right? I've been talking about it before, and I've talked about it again and again, and here we are to touch base on it again. But before we do, I want to talk about two ticker symbols I briefed on this morning, and they were basically both home runs. If you timed it well and you practiced, or you took a shot at it and you got in on time, you made the best of it, right? There were some investors that made more percentage than me on these plays because I was so focused on other things. I focus on my 5 to 10% in the pre-market or right when the market opens, and I call it a day after that, and I move on to the next move, right? But in the mornings, I brief on opportunities like the ones you're about to see. So this one right here, I talked about it in the morning, and I stated who they were. They're a blank check company. that just announced this morning that they're going to partner with Grab Holdings, and it's a group of a public offering, right, through that whole entire SPAC merger. Now, AGC was need of volume and was falling in that need of volume. So that is something that was important. And I stated it was profit taking from those that were in before the news. And once the market opens or gets closer to the bell, we would either see this get beaten down or it will receive large inflow because the merger announcement news, which they were merging with Grab Holdings, which is the online leader of the Southeast Asia of online food. So we talked about it here. We needed to start watching it, and right at the bell, it kind of looked like it was going up, and it got torn down. It got beaten down in a matter of minutes, okay? It was dangerous, and I told everyone that. But if you timed it, and you use your indicators, and you watched it closely, you could have caught it at the bottom or somewhere around the bottom, and just within an hour or two, this thing ran up right here, a total amount of almost 10% to 15%. Pulled back and ran up again. So if you held through the day and just reached up to 15 or 16, you're talking about now a nice 15 or 30% in one single day, right? Because of the merger announcement. That's what everyone was waiting for. Everyone that's invested since 11 and 10 or down here, this is what they were waiting for, this run on the merger announcement. And some of it broke even, and they would have either held and rode it back up, or they cut their losses or broke even. Whoever got in here, this is what they were waiting for, and this is what they got. So this was a big deal today. Big deal. Now, another one that I mentioned that was a home run. I mean, there was investors that actually made more than me on this one. I made my 5% in the morning, and I called it a day. So this is one that I briefed on early in the morning. I said, good morning, everyone. So a stock that has jumped on the news about therapy designation is VTVT. It is currently at 305 and the volume is picking up. I would watch for this to go back closer to $3 to $2.90 to see strength or weakness, and we need more volume, okay? And certainly that's what it did. It pulled down and it hit 287 right here at this point, right there, 288, 287. That's when I started actually watching it, took a position as it was jumping back up from 289 to 290. And I rode this back up right up here to 302. It says 302 here, but I actually was able to exit the position at 303, 304-ish. And then it started to pull back down. I forgot all about it because I was so focused on other plays. This hit a low here of 277, and it took off for the day to 357. I mean, if you do the math there, that was almost close to 40%. Like literally, or at least 30% for the day. 30%. 30 to 40% for the day in just a matter of hours, okay? These are the opportunities we look for here on Invest for Tomorrow. So if you want to join me and the other investors, very intelligent, smart investors focused on a goal, which is to maximize profits and minimize losses, you can join me and the other members. We're looking forward to have you join us at the Patreon and Discord. The links are down below. So the stock you want to add to your watch list is Clover Health. They've been beaten down so hard. Now, this is how they ran when some news came out that was super important, right? Taking them up to the moon. And this news is a game changer for the outlook of this company. Even though they're being beat down by, different short firms and different firms of law firms and stuff, this stock has opportunity, especially after the news that made this jump. The news that made this jump is basically what's going to make Clover Health gain revenue over time and actually start having a nice earnings. And the fact that they can proceed with Medicaid and Medicare and being on that list of organizations that are going to participate with them, that's a big deal. These law firms have nothing, and these short sellers have nothing on what Clover Health can continue doing because they're continuing to have business. If they had a discrepancy or a real issue, Medicare and Medicaid would not even accept them on that list of organizations. So I find that very interesting. I think there's potential here, and anything below $10 is interesting to me. But I want you guys to be aware that there is the short seller pressure, the firm's pressure. So this is very speculative and very risky. But I believe Clover Health can get out through it, and their revenue is going to start kicking in. And if they're in this plan with the organizations for the next year, I think Clover Health has a shot as expanding as a company and hopefully leaving the short sellers in the past, leaving it as history and these firms that are holding them down, and hopefully they can just take them off and it's going to make this stock run. So this is definitely one to watch. The lower the better, but high risk. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.